Good afternoon, Sergeant OCD here. Hello, family and friends, and all my subscribers and all my viewers. Been a rough couple of weeks. Long story short, I got a dog bite from my dog 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Um, I was treating it; it was getting better, and got Sunday. It just like ballooned up. Got streaks down my arm, which is bacteria going through your bloodstream. Uh, got some antibiotics, got an IV antibiotic, and um, well, my filming from last week, since I have get these episodes of PTSD where I just can't think of anything, they were terrible. So, retake this week. This is the second half or the third half of this window unit, which it's not doing too well because there's been no sun, no, and it's been overcast. So, no sun, no worky. So anyway, but when I did wire this up, I wanted you guys to know that that was a parallel DC circuit that I wired up. Now, how we know this? I've got this fan and this fan in parallel together with these two wires. One's black and red, one's blue and white. I always go with the lighter color as positive and the darker color as negative. So black is negative, blue is negative. White is positive, red is positive. I did the same thing parallel of that circuit to this. And I put them all together. Like, here's your spider and here's all your legs. I also put the panel off of that one and the battery on this one. Now, I could hook this up and show it. But it does work off a battery, but it doesn't work off a solar. My panel's probably too small. There's so many things. My panel's too small. It's not pulling enough wattage. It's only a 20-watt panel, so we expect. It's in a terrible location. There's a tree right here. My panel is only 30 degrees facing south instead of 45 facing south. So there's a lot of problems. So anyway, series circuits. You ever have the old Christmas lights where you take one bulb out and they all go dead? That's a series circuit. If you have the Christmas lights that one breaks and all of them stay lit, that's a parallel circuit. Okay. Flashlights. We're going to do something really cool with this. This is my dad's flashlight. That's a series circuit. But the first thing I want to show you is charging up a screwdriver, magnetizing the screwdriver. And I'm going to use a 9-volt battery and a coiled wire. So now, I did this last time, and I went through 4 other screwdrivers and basically was able to magnetize this one, used all the energy out of this 9-volt battery, which I didn't use it all. I used some of it. I mean, I may be able to light this on fire. Yeah, I could light that on fire. So I could still use it to start a fire, but I'm just going to go through the motions there like I need another injury. So I just took a wire, and this is a regular Cat 5 wire, 24 gauge, that I stripped 2 ends off of it. Okay. And I coiled it around the screwdriver like so. Ooh, there we go. Just 2 legs on that. And ideally, I would put this on a battery, just touch it to the battery and put a piece of metal there and magnetize it. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's not going to work. But what I will show you what I could do is I could take that same concept, and I looked all over the place. I made 2 fishing kits and I can't find them. I have needles in there. I have I have suture needles in there, but what I do have is a couple of nails. So why would I want to do this? Well, let's just say I needed a compass, right? And I have a flashlight, or I have a 9-volt battery. I have some wire. I could magnetize a nail, right? This is simulating a needle that you would have, like your cargo needle. So what I'm going to do is take a magnet, and I'm going to magnetize this, okay? So I'm hoping it's magnetized because what is behind me is north, and what I have in this jar is a very, very light leaf. It just sank. Let me see if I can get it to not sink. No, it's sinking. So I'm going to have to try to find something else. Let me see if I can magnetize this. Okay. So this is just a piece of wire. It's just a little piece of wire that I cut off. No insulation. I believe it's galvanized, but it did. Let me see if I can get this thing on here. Okay, it's sunk. That's pretty cool. All right. I'll cut it down. So do these little experiments to see if you could actually have this thing pointing north. So the whole idea of this is to put the wire on there. How is that sinking? I need a plastic leaf. All right, let's do something else. Let's put that there. I have a piece of paper. How about a piece of cardboard? The whole idea is just to get this darn thing to float, you know? Let me magnetize this other. Okay. So it's turning. It's turning. Let me bring this around here so you don't think I am. And excuse the camera tripod sound. So it's turning, and so you don't think I'm doing parlor tricks. Let's put my compass here. So north is behind me, and I'm going to line that compass up north. Let's get it all centered. So that needle is pointing that way. Pointing that way. That compass needle is pointing that way. I'm going to take a picture of this so you guys can see it. Pretty cool. So I just made a compass. So my point is why would you want to do this? Okay, let's just say you lose your compass, God forbid. You could actually make your own compass by, you're going to have a Right in the Rain, you're going to have a pen, you can make a circle, and you could set this up, okay? I know it's, let's just say you didn't lose your watch, okay? You can also do it from a digital or analog watch, but you can also say, okay, it's midnight or it's noon, here's my tick mark. 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock, here's my tick mark. And you can just go around and you can use this and you would show that here's your true north, okay? But that's why you'd want to magnetize that. So the other thing, while I got you down here, we'll put this aside. Like I said, I never try any of this stuff unless you guys are here. I don't pre-do any of this. Now, you know, I did pre-do this because look at it, it's burnt already. But this is one of the coolest things. Now, my switch on this flashlight is, it's old, so it kind of sticks. So let's just do a little bit of measurement here. Want to make sure that we have voltage here. My thumb is not very good, and I think this is positive and this is negative. Yeah, so I got 3.23 volts. That's cool. So I should be able to, and I've had these forever. I believe they were my dad's, so these are part of my kit now. It's crazy in here. I got my kit's torn apart because I can't find those 2 first aid kits that I made. Not that I needed them today, I just wanted them for the, oh my gosh, for the needles. Why are you being difficult? All right, we're going to do it that way. Okay, so let's see what we got here now. And I shouldn't have had that turned on when I did this. Let's see if we got voltage here. Yep. All right, I got a good connection. So I'm going to turn that off, get this out of the way. So ideally, when I turn this on, and I hook this wire to that switch. All right. There we go. So I could actually catch this thing on fire. Come on. If I can get my, here, go down here. Let's stop being silly here. So I can start a fire with my flashlight even. Another series circuit. So my point is understand these circuits, because if you have a series circuits and your light bulb doesn't light or your flashlight doesn't work, everything in this circuit that you have to check to make sure it works, the contacts here, the switch, the easiest, the batteries. You got to look in here to make sure your contacts are not corroded. You make sure this isn't corroded. Okay, so if you're trying to, fix a flashlight out in the field, obviously you're not going to have a meter, but if you could start a fire with it, you'll know at least there's juice in those batteries. So one final thing I want to show you is, this is my test fixture for testing lights. We call them IOs in my world. From my previous career, which was radio frequency identification. This was a mimic of the output of the router, the RFID reader. Here's some other things that I added. But I want to talk to you about different switches. So this one is just a momentary switch. It's only, the contact is only there. Let me get my meter out. I just had my, where'd they go? Oh, they're there. So just going to show you. I'm going to put this on resistance. I'm going to put it on tone so you guys can just hear it. So this one really doesn't matter, right? Red or black that I hook up. So I know that switch is good, but I also know it's a momentary switch, because every time I release it, it disconnects. So this is looking for a close for you electronics people. So that's a closed circuit. That's an open. So this is a push button switch. It pushes. You push it once for on, push it once for off. The other switches I have, I'm going to explain with this test fixture, just so you know. Now, I have this going through an isobar. Now, an isobar is basically, it's something that I use to isolate circuits. So, like if I'm working on a DC motor, I don't blow my whole breakers. Or, you know, my house breaker, I just blow this breaker here. So, turn it on. Green light here means I have power on. So this is obviously switched to the yellow. So this is a single pole double throw. So I have one pole that I can turn it on here or turn it on here. Now, if I hook this up differently, I could turn one light on here, a different light on here. So you've seen in movies or whatever, they go click, 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 click. That's these switches. So I've got one hook to a red light, one hook to a yellow light. So those are different switches. This is, everything here is autonomous from each other. It's all in series. So the only thing common here is there's power applied to all these lights. What actually triggers the light is when you ground it out. So like when I switch the switch or push the button, I'm grounding it out so the light lights. I ground it out so the light lights. So this is just a neat little thing that I used to use. I can't bring myself to tear it apart, but it's been with me for over 20 years. So anyway, family, friends, God bless you. I wanted to make sure I got this out. I went through the footage today, and I couldn't send it out. Like I said, if you ever get a dog bite, go to the hospital. Don't be like me, because your thumb may end up looking like that. That has to be lanced open tomorrow and cleaned out. So I'm gonna be going through physical therapy for a while. I don't know why I need physical therapy with my thumb. Problem is I'm a mechanic now, and that is not so good on the thumb. But God bless you. Christmas is this weekend. It's Sunday. So I hope to get another video out before then. If not, Merry Christmas to all my family, friends, subs, and viewers. You all take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side.